Well, this morning, unfortunately, we are wrapping up Chuck's latest big adventure with a visit to one of Chicago's most diverse neighborhoods.
Hyde Park is the home of the University of Chicago. It's the home of the Museum of Science and Industry. And Chuck, even a former president used to call that home.
Yeah, Mr. Obama and his family called Hyde Park home for many years, and really it's one of my favorite Chicago neighborhoods. I really wanted us to go there. You know, it's full of historic homes and shops, dining, and a very, very close-knit community. And we stopped at one of Chicago's really great restaurants, Virtue, owned by Chef Eric Williams, named by the New York Times as one of the 16 black chefs changing food in our society. Well, during the early part of the pandemic, Virtue provided meals to family members and to the community, and they also helped feed healthcare workers. That heart of service is something that Chef Williams pours into helping develop the leaders of tomorrow.
We don't really do fours, so people don't work for me, they work with me. And we really embrace a culture of development versus training. We don't want people to come in and learn how to do a very specific task to go out and reproduce a very specific task. We want people to be adaptable, we want them to be nimble, and that is a lot of what people saw on display when we elected to pivot multiple times during a pandemic and came out on the other side of it.
Eric's model is something many businesses, I predict, are going to catch on. The restaurant walls filled with artwork from nationally acclaimed artists who all happen to live in the neighborhood. And check this out. Their Southern-inspired cuisine is top-notch delicious. And just a few doors down from Virtue, you'll find the Silver Room, owned by another guy named Eric Williams.
No way.
Without the K. The boutique features a little bit of everything from fine jewelry to books and decor. And he moved his store to Hyde Park 6 years ago, and he never looked back.
And the neighborhood has just welcomed us. It's very diverse. It's like a whole different kind of community. It's like a city within a city. I love everybody who just supports us and supports small businesses.
Hyde Park also home to one of Frank Lloyd Wright's most iconic architectural creations, the Roby House, built back in 1910. To this day, you guys, it is regarded as one of the most important buildings of the 20th century. This is all in one neighborhood. Now, you can take a guided tour of the Prairie-style home, learn more about its incredible history, and there are several other Frank Lloyd Wright homes and buildings throughout Chicago, many of which are open to the public. By the way, you can get to that restaurant right off of Lakeshore Drive. Okay. Very easy from Indianapolis. Would take you a little over 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I know some of you are wondering, hey, what about Chicago? Are you still going to? Oh, you bet. That's coming up a little bit, our visit with Chicago. But I've got more information on Hyde Park and my Chicago interviews in my blog, WTHR.com/Chuck's Big Adventure.
I like that the great quote from the first Eric Williams talked to. I don't do fours, you work with me.
You work with me.
Not for me. That's
and
great.
he is taking these young men and women, and he doesn't train them just how to, be a line cook or serve. This is training that will help you in whatever field you decide to go into when you're older.
I love that, and we'll be looking forward to Chicago.